afternoon. Welcome to the Thursday, August 2nd, 2018 meeting of the special meeting of the Kensington Police Protection and Community Services District Board of Directors. I'm Board President Rochelle Sherris-Watt, and I will now take roll. Director Welsh.
Here.
Director Debbie.
Here.
Vice President Hassai. I'm sorry, Vice President Natoli. Here. And Director Hassai is out of town and unable to be with us today. So we will begin with taking public comments on items not appearing on our agenda. Oh, Mr. Spath, do you want to come and stand so that you can be caught on camera? If you stand, I think by
okay. Am I within? Anyways, very quickly, I was hoping maybe at the next meeting that we could get an update at the community center. It's been a while since there's been an explanation of where we are, and I'm assuming we're getting ready for a proposal for bids. If that is the case, so I think it'd be worthwhile for the community to understand where we are around the time. So, anyway, thanks.
Thank you very much. Anyone else?
I would just ask everybody to try to speak up a little bit. The microphone is way back here.
Okay. Any other comments? All right. Well, if not, we'll move on to board and staff comments.
No.
I have a couple.
Okay.
One is I have met with Fernando with the county on traffic in a couple of locations, and as I mentioned at a prior board meeting, they are doing some improved signage at Highland and Arlmont. They still haven't gotten the signs apparently, so I will be bugging Fernando to make sure that this is done before the school year begins. And Ricky, I just saw Bob Zanoni going. Oh, there he's coming now. And also I met with Chief Hull with Fernando. We also met with Fernando at the intersection of Coventry and Arlington, and they're going to do some, in the short term, some improved painting of the street so that cars that would be turning right from Arlington onto Coventry will be forced to go a little bit slower than they're doing right now. An improved crosswalk there, which is apparently used quite a bit in the morning by kids running for the bus and other people crossing there for the bus, will take a little bit longer and will involve more money. And I brought up the issue that was brought up at the last fire board, and this is with respect to York, Windsor, and St. Albans, and some of those streets you park in facing the cul-de-sac as opposed to facing out, which may be important in the event of an emergency, and the county is willing to work with the neighbors on that, and I know that Vita is going to round up her neighbors to get those on York if they are willing to have the signage change. They'll be parking facing out and not in. And one other thing that we learned from Fernando is that just like the fire mitigation program where neighbors that have overgrown vegetation, the county will also issue orders, and there's Ann. The county will also issue orders to have homeowners cut their greenery that's blocking visibility as you're driving and wanting to make a turn. They will, let's see, Nancy?
She'll figure it
out. I got it.
Yeah. They will issue an order to homeowners to trim their greenery that's blocking intersections.
Excuse me. While we're on that subject, I know maybe a month or two ago you voted to buy 2 new speed sensors.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that.
Okay, so you're going to today? Or?
Yeah, I mean the comments. It's not on the agenda, but I'll just go up here.
Then I will.
All right, move on to
where would you like me? Yeah. And the only other topic Chief Hull will address.
Yeah,
all right.
Just had a couple.
Okay, yeah, you want to say, do you want me to talk about it or decide? So the board voted to order 2 permanent solar radar signs and then 2 extra poles to be put on Purdue and Beloit. And those poles and the radar signs came in. The poles were not quite what we ordered for Beloit and Purdue, but it looks like we can repurpose the poles on Franciscan and Arlington, which are meant for portable signs, put those on Purdue and Beloit. The poles that came in are really designed for permanent installations, which is more appropriate for Arlington and Franciscan anyway. So those, I don't know exactly when it'll be done, but all the equipment is there, so hopefully in a week or two it should all be up.
Hopefully I'll be on the phone with Fernando this afternoon, and
Right.
we'll be working those details out.
Right, so it's all coming.
Bug them about Highland and Armont. The signage for those
Yeah.
streets. Yeah.
Different Fernando.
Oh, okay.
Chris, do you say this was solar?
For Franciscan and Arlington.
Okay, so you're gonna.
Those are going to be permanent.
Pardon me?
Those are permanent.
Right, so you're gonna switch out the ones that are battery operated and put those at Purdue?
Well, the poles that are on Franciscan and Arlington, there's no signs on those right now, but those are poles meant for portable signs. And that's what's intended to go on Purdue and Beloit.
But there's no sun on Arlington near
It's in the
Sunset.
trees.
Well, again, a clarification, on Purdue, that sign will be a solar?
No,
Okay.
that'll be at one of the portable locations.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Well, right. No, it's going to, the one in Arlington, if I understand it, is not going to be where it is now. It's going to be in a different part that does have sun, if I'm correct. Does that make sense?
No, thank you, I appreciate it.
And I don't really have details on this, but I'm trying to arrange a community traffic meeting with Moniz Sen from the county and with Ricky, and I still need to talk to Ricky about that, in September sometime, where people can come and discuss traffic concerns, but also just understand what the limits and where the responsibilities lie, because Eileen and I both get questions about what can be done, and sometimes it's county, sometimes it's the police, and I think it'd be good not only to let everybody talk to the people that can do some, provide some solutions, but also understand where the responsibilities are, because sometimes it's a little gray about, is it county, is it police? So hopefully in September, and I'll, by the next meeting, hopefully have a date for that.
Is that traffic sign location on Arlington is right about where people are hitting their peak speed downhill into Sunset?
No, I think it's a different location for the permanent one, right?
Yeah,
Ricky?
but there has been one there, and
That's been the one that's the intermittent one.
Right, that it's not working, or?
We can discuss this
Yeah,
maybe as
sorry.
part of our
People
traffic,
find
rather
their
than going back
requests.
and forth. I think people.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any?
Yes, I have a couple of things.
Uh-huh.
Just real quick, I wanted to make a statement on recruitment. Still have the two individuals currently in the background. I just spoke to another individual Sunday at the farmer's market who expressed some interest. But they also have applications in other places. So we're still moving forward with that. We're advertising right now permanently on the Post website, which is the Police Officer Standard and Training, which is the State of California's law enforcement website. That we have an advertisement on there. The second point I wanted to just bring up real quick is, coming in October, I'm going to implement a program, Coffee with a Cop. Most of a lot of California agencies are instituting this, and we're going to start one here in Kensington also. So that I haven't decided on the frequency, whether it's going to be once every month or bi-monthly. That's still left to be decided. However, the first Wednesday in October is sort of the National Coffee with a Cop Day, and that's when I plan to kick off our program.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
How do you plan to communicate that to the public?
That will be sent out. It'll be put on the website. It will hopefully be able to be put in the Kensington Outlook. It will be sent out via the email that we have within the department.
Let me just,
So?
if I can comment very quickly on
Well, no, not really. I mean, we don't really take back and
Sorry.
forth, but I mean, not to be.
that. No, that's.
Any helpful suggestions we're happy to
I'll
take,
do
and we're happy to have
Nixle.
conversation. Yeah, we have Nixle.
Excuse me.
And so,
Okay.
so,
got it in there.
all right. We apologize for the cancellation of the July